Hi, I'm Janie, your Tupperware director, and I am so looking forward to sharing this product with you. It is called the Whip and Mix Chef, and it's brand new from Tupperware. We actually released it early. It's going to be in our new fall winter catalog that comes out on Thursday, August the 27th, but we released it a week early just for you. It's a 5-cup measuring pitcher. It has a silicone ring on the bottom that prevents it from slipping when you are mixing. Nice handle, nice spout, and it has 2 speeds. So it has a 1, you see a 1 and then a 2 on it. And then it does come completely apart so that you can clean it very easily. And it's user friendly, and that's really important to me because I'm left-handed, so sometimes it's hard to use some tools that are not user friendly, but this one is, so I really like that. So we're also going to use our silicone rectangular form. We have numerous different forms. We have a muffin form, a waffle form, a donut, well actually it's called the ring form, but it looks like a donut, a baking mat, which is really nice, a baking sheet. And so we're going to use this evening, and it is totally non-stick and it is non-stain. It is oven safe up to 428 degrees Fahrenheit. It is microwave safe, and it's freezer safe, and it's dishwasher safe. Can't beat that. So this is amazing. It can go right on your oven rack, but because it is flexible, you might want to put it on a cookie sheet, or the cover to our lasagna pan, our Ultra Pro lasagna pan, it fits perfectly in that for that stability. So that's what I'm going to use this evening. This lasagna pan also goes into the oven, but up to 482 degrees Fahrenheit. I absolutely love this for cakes, brownies, lasagna, casseroles, so many different things. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've pre-measured everything. This is a super simple recipe. Let me put this out of the way. I took a cup of butter, and you want unsalted butter, and you go ahead and just cut it up into small pieces, like 3-4 pieces, and then a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. You heat that in the microwave for 30-second increments. If your butter happens to be more at room temperature, it's only going to take about 30 seconds. But if it's just right out of the refrigerator, it's probably going to take this one took about 48 seconds. So I did stop it because you have to be really careful with butter and chocolate when you're melting them that you don't burn them. So you want to watch that. So it's already pre-melted. And we are going to put that into our Whip and Mix Chef. This is a really hard one for us to learn. So we are going to take that, and this is our micro pitcher, by the way. This was the original, it was clear, and the current one is a dark blue. It's called Indigo, and we have a brand new color coming out in the catalog, and I can't share that with you right now, so you just have to wait and see. So we are going to put the melted chocolate with the butter here into our pitcher. And I'm also using a silicone spatula, which happens to be heat resistant up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. It is also non-stain and non-stick, which is very convenient. Then we're going to add 3/4 cup of sugar. I'm just double checking my recipe to make sure that I don't get that wrong. 3/4 cup of sugar, and I'm going to use that for my eggs in just a moment. And salt. We need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which was pre-measured. And then we're going to put the cover on and put it on gear number 2. Okay? So I want you to see how easy this is to do. You see these little prongs or fork-like things? They fit perfectly right there into the handle. Okay? Then we're just going to turn this to the speed 2, and we're going to go ahead and start mixing this up. So let me just turn this down so you can see it mixing. Let me move this over, because I think it's really important for you to see it. So it says just until combined, And it isn't going to take long to combine that. So that's all combined now. Doesn't that look yummy? Then we're going to add the vanilla. So we need a teaspoon of vanilla. And we also need our 3 eggs. And it's really important that when you are using your fresh eggs to crack them one at a time. Let me see, I think I might have missed something here. No, I didn't. One at a time into a separate container, and that's in case you get shells in there. You can use the shell to get the broken shell out because it attracts it like a magnet. You also want to make sure that you don't have a rotten egg. So you just do them one at a time and insert them one at a time into your mixing bowl or a mixing utensil. So there's 2 and then 3. And I don't know if you noticed, I didn't put any flour in this. This is a flourless fudgy chocolate cake. It's more like a brownie than an actual cake, and it is so delicious. I've made one before. So we've got our eggs. So we're just going to mix that up and just get it all fully incorporated. I love that word that they used. Instead of mixing it, get it incorporated. Then it says adding 2 tablespoons at a time cocoa powder, but they want you to sift it. So I'm just going to do a little bit of sifting at a time. And so I'm going to end up dripping this all over. So here we go. We're just going to, oh, wait a minute. I got to take the bottom off. Sorry about that. So here we go. We're just going to sift some in there. And if you've never seen this sifter before, it is a Tupperware product. We recently had it available just for a short time. So if you ever see it come back, because it's not in our regular line, order one because it is so super easy to use. And it has a base and a cover so that you can go ahead and pre-measure whatever you're going to do, your flour, your powdered sugar, your cocoa, and then cover it. And if you didn't use all of it, you can actually keep it stored in there until the next time that you're baking, which makes it really easy. So then we are going to do the last of this. And we'll do another turn here. As you can see, I'm not the neatest baker, and that's okay. You don't need to be the neatest. My hand just slipped off that handle. And then we're going to put the remainder of the cocoa in here. I'm just trying not to drip all over my recipe or my counter. Okay, and then a little bit came out on that base, so we're just going to put that in there. But like I said, this is so delicious. And I will post a picture of it also. And you might say, well, what else would you use this whip and mix for? So let me just turn this up so you can see me. Sorry about that. You can use it for making mousse, whipped toppings. You just use cold, heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar, not granulated sugar, and vanilla, and you've got a delicious whipped topping. And you can use it for puddings, pancake mix, crepe mix, a regular boxed cake mix if you don't want to make it from scratch, eggs, so many different things. Anything that you would use an electric mixer for, you can use this, which is so awesome. So then we're just going to turn and get some of that excess batter off of our beaters. And if you like to lick the beaters, you can. let me just put this in gear 1 and see what happens. Yeah, it's gonna whip it a lot faster. And that's the speed. You want to use number 1 gear for your heavy whipping cream. I found that out by accident because I had an old recipe. It wasn't actually created for this mixer, and I ended up using the gear 2, and I really needed to use gear 1, but I quickly switched to gear 1, and it was like so fast, because this will actually outwhip an electric mixer, if you can believe that. So this is great if you have a camper or an RV, so you're going camping, or if you want to make something quick when the power goes out. But think of the electricity that you're going to save by using this, and it's so easy to clean. Everything is dishwasher safe, which is so awesome, and I'm so happy that Tupperware thought of that. So let me just go put this in the sink for a minute. I will be right back. And then we're just going to go ahead and put it into our silicone baking form. You do not pre-grease this. You do not ever spray it with a vegetable spray, because it puts a film or a sticky residue on the silicone form itself, and you probably will never get it off, and then it will not be nonstick. And honestly, the brownies, when I made this before, they just lifted right out very easily. So we're just going to put this into our form. And like I said, you can put this directly on your oven rack, but because it's wobbly, if you are going to do that, take your oven rack out of your oven before you preheat the oven. And as long as you don't have to tilt your oven rack, because with my oven rack, I have to tilt it to get it in place. There's like a little ridge that it has to go over when it's going into the oven. So for me, that doesn't work by putting it on the rack before I put it in there, because some of the batter will come out. So if yours is like mine, then don't try that. You'll be very frustrated. So that was just a little tip for you. So we're gonna scrape this out, get all of that nice batter. And I love this picture because with the handle, it just makes it so much easier to distribute your batter. And let me just spread this batter around. And then we're gonna bake this for 22 to 25 minutes. Well, because of the silicone, it's kind of like using a one of the dark non-stick cookie sheets or muffin pans. So I would always do it on the lower time frame, and then if you need to add time, then do that. The last time I made this, I did it just for the 22 minutes and it was fine. So I'm just gonna get this batter off of my spatula. And then I'm going to put it into the oven. So I will be right back. So the Whip and Mix Chef is $49, and you can use it for like everything I already mentioned. And the silicone form, rectangular form, is $35. And I can't give you a price on the sifter because we don't sell it right now. The micro pitcher set is $29, I believe. And the silicone spatula is $19. And then our measuring spoons are sold with our measuring cups, and that is $25 for the set. And you can always, you know, if you already have measuring cups but you need measuring spoons, you can always use those extra set of measuring cups. I actually have about 2 sets in my cabinet right now, just because I find that when I am baking, it's really easy to pre-measure, because I'm also teaching my two and a half year old granddaughter how to bake, so she likes to help. So we pre-measure things just so that she can pour them in. Makes it a lot easier. So I hope you enjoyed that quick little demo, and thank you for watching. And thank you also for choosing Tupperware. Have a great evening. Bye.